I'm in kind of a panel questioning mood, so this is like a sequel, or at least a second video about this. So this one is what happens if I went to an Animorph panel. Chances are this panel might not actually happen. Chances are this might be less well known and most likely never to really happen. Ugh. But if it does, I think it would be great, especially the fact of having Ashmore there, and he's gonna basically be like, "Yeah, no questions about X-Men." That would be kind of funny to hear. It's like, "No questions about X-Men. No, 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 no. This is all about Animorphs." I'm Jake. So many questions, actually. The question would just be how come it ended like that? I mean, was there supposed to be a season 3 that should have came, but hey, just you know how freaking series do, it just ends. It just ends out of nowhere sometimes. If lots of people, sadly, that was the time where I was struggling because that was the last time ever I had cable until what 17 years later. Shoot. Yeah, you guys are like, what the hell? 17 years without cable? Oh my god! Yes, that's how it is. Heck, it might be even more than that. But I do remember watching Animorphs when it was on. I do remember, so it had to be like in a close proximity or some kind of crap. Anyways, one question would just be the fact of, well, it has to be not only the cast members but also the producers and stuff. My question again would be just like with the previous one is, how come you guys didn't want to make all the books? I mean, I would so like to have all the books featured within the series, and heck, y'all guys had so many liberties with this series. Because there's like so many things where it's like, dude, y'all guys are varying from the freaking series and all that. It's like, yeah, why didn't you try to do episode and episode and episode? I mean, yeah. Y'all guys really needed like 1 hour or something? Because, well, these days, 1 hour shows are very, very popular. So, if you could do it again, which y'all guys do it again and do it right this time and actually go with the book, because, well, now the series is completely finished. There is no shockers or anything. And heck, would y'all guys team up with K.A. Applegate to actually make it even more worthwhile? The fact of questions that people need answers for. So that means that when it comes to the book, other people still have some questions that the series actually will answer the questions because you have K.A. Applegate on the scene, basically giving some thought and what you want on it. And heck, maybe if y'all guys actually do the last book, would you actually show what happens afterwards, or will you make it a cliffhanger and you actually will have K.A. Applegate sitting there, just like R.L. Stine did in some of the Goosebumps episodes? The fact that she's sitting there with the book and actually reading the last paragraph she said or written in the book. I think that would actually make a nice big closure point if that actually happens. And I noticed that Animorphs got a freaking configured look now, just like what Goosebumps had. But yeah, it turns out that Animorphs in 2011 got brand new covers and everything. So it's kind of like, whoa. Let's see, anything else? How come the freaking VHSs for Animorphs are freaking hard to find? It's like really, truly hard to find. It's not even funny. Oh my gosh. It's not even funny. You can't really find it. I guess it most likely is it. Besides, yeah, we know that the books are truly, truly detailed with gore and all that stuff, and the battle scars stay with the Animorphs. Yeah, even after they heal, they go back to human form, there's some things that actually show bruises and stuff on. So if you guys maybe were picked up by Sci-Fi Channel and you could do it all again, sadly, since the original cast, as you can see, they're aged very well. I mean, it's not like a big "oh, you guys too old, get lost." It's more like we would love to see you guys as Animorphs again, but it's like we really needed to have go back down to where it was. We need them to actually be like 12 or 13 years old. So yeah, without any offense and basically saying you guys are too old, because heck, you guys can make cameos. Like for instance, when he goes to the future episode, which I did have that book, but sadly a cousin stole it from me, and so many other books 10 years ago. Anyways, yeah, so the future one, you guys could come back. You guys could return. You guys could get your role. And it could be a nice past present thing. It'll be something very, very cool. And yeah. It would be very cool. So if you guys had a second shot and you could actually have it on Sci-Fi Channel where you actually can do the blood and gore and stuff, and heck, the technology's even better now that you can actually do the morphs even better, would y'all actually give it a second try? And would you guys actually go by the book this time? Go strictly by the book? Or will you actually have liberties and straight up party all the time crap? I mean, that's one thing we really would like to actually see. Especially with your fans grew up, guys. Your fans grew up. Since your fans grew up, that means that blood and gore isn't really that bad anymore for us. Only just the little viewers, and even so, I bet you guys can make an edited version too. So you can give it to Nickelodeon if they actually are like, oh, we remember having this series. It's a new series now? Oh, holy crap, we want in on it. So you can have Sci-Fi Channel and Nickelodeon side by side. With Sci-Fi Channel having the graphic stuff, and you'll have Nickelodeon where it's cut and yeah, there's no graphic or any blood or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically all I have to ask for them. Is that chances are lots of people have more things to ask. Maybe some people actually straight up was like, hey, hey Sean, is it because of Animorphs you got into X-Men? Like, hey, Sean, hey, what's the next X-Men movie gonna be about? All the freaking jokesters out there who are trying to get something, even though they're just trying to be funny. Ooh, man. You have to admit, Animorphs was a good, decent series. It's just that now, with the VHSs, it's kind of like they're nowhere to be found. Heck, I wasn't able to rent any of those. Yeah, those are freaking rare. I really hope, oh yeah, this will be one true question. Will just be like, since the series has been over and lots of people got the rights to it, Cubo got the rights at one point. Well, main point for right now, Discovery Channel got it and they had it at 2 a.m. in the morning, and so many others. But the real question is, will it ever have a DVD release? I mean, everybody really would like to actually watch the original one in DVD release. And with the DVD release, you have to have the special message from Jake. You really gotta have that. That's one thing that's really kind of sad, is the fact that you have the episode, and then at the end of the episode it's like, stay tuned for a special message from Jake. It's kind of like, yeah, we really, really, really would like you to incorporate the whole special message from Jake. Even though I bet chances are it's just nothing but a promo about the series. And of course, even though we're getting to the crazy kooky side, the last true question would be the fact that on the internet, there's some crazy nut job or crackpot who was like, the first book was speaking the truth. The first book actually talked about how there was an alien invasion in real life, and that was just a warning to tell us that there's an invasion that occurred, and there's lots of people out there who's actually fighting. And K.A. Applegate was trying to tell us all about the truth of it, but of course it changed from being like that into an actual series because the aliens got to her too, and well, the Yerks got into her too, and then yeah. Okay, one true last one is that would you actually make the Megamorph books like a TV special? Yeah, make it a TV special. Make it actually an hour and 30 minutes, unlike the other ones. And yeah, would you actually do that? And the other one will just be the fact of, well, the fact of Changeling. That was the original thought. Would you actually have a retro throwback if you could? Like one weird, like little throw in special would be the whole Changeling one, where you actually have Jake has a little brother and Cassie's not even in that universe. So you could make a multiverse episode if you wish to. And we all would really like you to do an arc on the sixth Animorph that turned bad. Which will be another good question to ask. It's the fact of, well, hopefully K.A. Applegate's there too. And hopefully she basically will answer the question of what happened to the sixth Animorph. Did Rachael actually eat him? And of course we go to Rachael, the person who played Rachael, and would ask, if you could do a scene with the sixth one getting eaten, even though, well, it's just a tiger and a mouse, would you actually be willing to straight up do that scene? But anyways, yeah, that's all. That's all the questions I would have. Many people have many questions too, chances are. So tell me yours. What questions would you ask the Animorph cast? And especially the Animorph Arthur K.A. Applegate, even though she has Shadow Riders.